idea what was going on.
You never have any idea what's going on.
Facts.
Facts. That's a proven fact that we've noticed with you since the day we met you. You bastard.
Well, true. I wasn't any different at Starbucks.
That's true. That is true. Well, how's it going, everybody? We hope you guys are doing good. We're back for another episode. And this time we got the man, the myth, the bastard.
Ty.
I'm sitting in for Ty.
Oh, wait, you're not Ty.
Oh, yeah.
What the?
That doesn't look right. What the hell?
It's okay. He's off doing his You've Been Separated in San Francisco.
It's a good recording.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yeah, we
You've
switched spots. He's Chris.
He's Chris. He is Ty. Theodis, the brown one.
Theodis the brown today.
Theodis the brown one. The brown one.
The brown one.
I like it.
I'm confused about how that's different from you two as well.
Well, we're different. Yeah.
Different shades of brown.
So you're like the beige one, and he's like the light brown. What is the color spectrum we're on here?
So, it's because fuck off, Robert.
Seriously.
Fuck, man.
I could pass as white if I wanted to.
Bitch.
That's the shade I am. No, I'm kidding.
No, you could though.
What?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, dude. You want to know something? Recently, some dude asked me if I was black.
What?
Right?
I'm not happy with what's been going on with you in San Francisco.
I don't know, man.
Speaking of, how has San Francisco been? How have you been? We haven't seen you.
It's been cold.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Then it got hot. Then it got cold again. My flight over here was cool. I almost died.
What?
What happened?
So, turbulence is a bitch.
That is true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, it rocks you to sleep. Other times, it wakes you the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was the latter. So, flying through the clouds, shit is cool. Out of nowhere, you just feel a little shaking. I'm thinking, whatever. Listen to my music. Sure enough, I look out. Fucking plane dipped and starts going down. And I feel the engine just shut off. I'm like, what the fuck?
Jesus.
What?
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me? Are you serious?
No, man. No, I'm serious. So I'm already like near LA. I'm flying over San Fernando Valley.
Yeah.
Fucking jet just shuts off. Boom. Starts to dip. Falling for
oh man.
So I'm falling for like 60 seconds. People in the back are freaking out. It's not like movies. Shit doesn't fall out from the top. And I'm like waiting for this shit to fall out too, but I'm trying not to panic at the same time. So I'm scared as shit, but at the same time I've already accepted my fate, and I kept listening to my music just like this.
Why does that sound like an actual answer Chris would give? Like, fuck it, I'm already gonna die. Fuck, I'm gonna.
That makes me sad. Like if I was in that situation, like a near-death experience, I would text my loved ones. Like, I don't care that I'm in the air. I'm pulling out my phone. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I love you.
But fuck, man, that's crazy. Having a near-death experience before coming back. You're on spring break right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that would suck.
I was ready to start my spring off with a bang.
Yeah, that would have.
that would have been an
no pun
adequate bang.
intended.
Like,
boom. It's
Jesus.
Okay. 2020 was ready to take me.
Damn, 2020's been ready to take everybody apparently.
For real, honestly, yeah.
Well, since we're on that topic of near-death experiences, Robert, have you ever had a near-death experience?
Let me think about that.
20 minutes later.
Yeah. No, I think, okay, so the biggest thing that stuck in my mind, and I've had, everybody throughout their life has a couple of near-death experiences. Like,
this is true.
No, the biggest thing that kind of sticks out at me, and it's not really that funny, but I was
we'll be the judges of that.
Yeah.
Okay. I was in an accident a while ago, as you guys know, and I had to zip tie my my hood down.
Yeah.
And I was going on the freeway. Later, after this, a couple months later,
the
zip tie broke, and the whole hood came, bam, smashed the glass.
Fuck.
I was going 70 on the freeway in the the most left lane. Yeah. The leftist lane, however you would say
the
that.
lane to the far left.
Yeah, that.
The fast,
that thing, the fast lane, yeah.
Man.
And so I couldn't see anything because the hood's right there.
Yeah.
And I have people behind me going 75, 70 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And I was just scared shitless. So I knew I had plenty of space in front of me, which was lucky.
Yeah.
And I slowly, came to a stop, waited for an opening, and just moved like 4 lanes over one by one, just looking in the mirror. And then I pulled over, put the hood back down, and drove to an auto shop place to get my windshield fixed.
Yeah.
But that was probably the scariest experience I've had.
Yeah.
Like still to this day, like I'll look down at my hood because it's still a little fucked up, and I kind of hear the like thump on the glass. It's like post-traumatic stress a little bit.
Damn.
But that was probably one of the closest near-death experiences I've had.
That's fucking wild.
Fuck. that can be pretty terrifying on the freeway.
I'm assuming the zip tie ripped because of the heat.
I think it was just the
It could have been a combination of that and the pressure of trying to keep the hood down.
pressure and just a period of time.
Yeah.
I'd been using it for a while. Now I have like a lock on there and a metal thing to hold it down and a rope.
Although the zip ties are pretty strong, like they'll hold, but it can only hold for so long.
Yeah. But now I have 3 separate things that it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But it still makes me anxious.
Still
Thinking about it,
You never know when it's gonna freaking break open again.
Yeah.
Facts.
Well.
What about you, George?
The
Joker came after you.
The Joker came after me?
Yeah, you're Batman, man.
Oh, that's true.
You had many.
Nah, I show that dude what's up. No big deal. Well, this one's not a near death experience, but it is a story that I don't tell too often. It happened when I was a kid, and I guess it resonates more because Ty and Robert love Steve Irwin. And Steve Irwin went down by one of these animals.
Steve Irwin killed you. Oh.
No. He might, he could. I wouldn't lie. But I think I was like 12, 13 years old, maybe younger. I don't remember exactly how old I was. But I was on break. I think it was like spring break or summer break. And I was at my friend's house, whose mom actually was a babysitter. So it worked out. I got to hang out with my friend during vacations and breaks, and she took care of me for my mom, like as a babysitter. So it worked out. One day we went to the beach. We were over here by Silver Strand, and we're having fun. We're there chilling. Everything's a good time.
Yeah. And
I started running to the water, and I kind of stopped, and I'm just there, just minding my own business. And what's it called? I feel something kind of move underneath my foot, and something pokes me. But in my head, I imagine like something going like this, like a crab or a lobster, like closing their claws and stabbing my foot.
What?
Yeah, that's what I envisioned. Obviously, that's not what happened. But
this thing stabbed your foot.
It stabbed my foot. I actually have the scar right here, right there.
No shit.
You can't see it, guys. Sorry, but it's yeah. It's right here.
Just go like.
If you ever see George, just ask him. Just
it's not
ask
that
him
big.
To show you the foot.
It used to be a much like the scar used to stick out more, but over the years it just kind of faded.
Yeah.
But you still kind of see a little dot. But yeah, it got me, and at first it was like ow, and then as I kind of walked away from that spot, it hurt more and more and more, and obviously it's a stingray. When you get stung by those, you need hot water.
So you don't need people to pee on you?
Well, that too, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure that's for sea urchins as well. Not as much for stingrays.
Jellyfish.
I think jellyfish as well, yeah. But either way, I didn't know that. My friend, his mom, nobody knew that. It hurt. I'm in cold water. It was hurting like hell. We rushed over to where the showers were to kind of wash off the blood, and it just kept going and going. And the more cold water it hit, the worse it got. So I'm like, motherfucker. So they rushed me to the emergency room, and they put my foot in hot water. It kind of mellowed everything out, and they wanted to check it to see if there's any poison. And luckily enough, it wasn't. It was like a baby stingray or small stingray. And that's when I
have control of it though.
I have no idea.
Like, I know baby snakes, they bite you. Mm-hmm. They just release it off.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it did, I live through that poison. Take that, stingrays. I got you, Steve Irwin. Took one down for you. Showed him what's up. But I have no idea if they do or not. They told me that there was nothing in my system. They took blood and everything, and I was fine.
Yeah.
But and then after that, they told me next time just pee on your foot. I was like, well, next time I hope to not get stung by a stingray.
No, but back to what you were saying, Chris, I think that it is like kind of, there are baby snakes, baby rattlesnakes do that.
Mm-hmm.
Where if they bite and they release venom, they release everything they have. They just don't stop releasing.
Yeah.
But they don't always release venom, if that makes sense. So they can choose not to release venom and just bite.
Yeah.
But if they choose to release, so it might be the same, I don't know, but it might be the same thing for like stingrays, where they can sting you and they can choose to release venom or not. And if they don't release it, then, you know, you get none. And if they do, you get everything and you die.
Oh.
You know, I don't know, but that would be my guess based on, you know, the snake.
Yeah.
I wonder if they get off by releasing venom. That's a Ty question. I had to ask it.
That's a you question.
That's definitely a you question. I think Ty would actually know the answer.
Yeah, don't blame Ty for this shit.
Ty would actually give the proper term and the proper facts about animals.
I can see him doing it. What?
About animals? Oh.
No, his reaction. Yeah. That.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
That is a Thai word.
Well, like I said, it wasn't a near-death experience, but that was an experience that that definitely stuck with me as a kid. I mean, it hurt like hell, man. Shit. I mean, I don't even think I got like a full-grown adult stingray. I think it was like a little baby or something, and it hurt like hell.
Damn.
So.
Imagine if you would have taken a big one.
I don't like the way you looked at him as soon as you said that, and then you're keeping your face away from me, and you started laughing. I don't like that. I'm talking about the stingray, you asshole. I'm talking about stingrays. Keep it PG. There are children who listen to this podcast.
Wait, are there really?
I don't think there's anybody who
Fuck
listens
off,
to this.
Robert. There are children who listen to this podcast.
All right.
For those of you children listening, I am sorry. My friend is a bastard.
It's okay.
Which friend?
Both. At this moment.
You have two friends.
Yeah.
That's how many friends you have. He has two.
Well, 2 is better than none.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bitch.
It's also worse than more than 2, but
I don't like your attitude.
yeah, a lot of people don't.
Well, fuck. Well, like I said, not near-death experience, but definitely an experience, you know?
I feel you. I feel like if I would have had an experience like that, I would be wearing a flannel.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you're always wearing flannels anyways.
It's what I
So,
do,
I mean,
man.
I know what he did.
Could you neither of you could have just been like, you know, I was thinking about it. We could have just been like, oh, I like your flannel.
I was working up to it.
Yeah.
We're still good on time. Like, I don't think we're going.
I know, but Chris is like, nah.
Hey,
I'm like, you know what?
Let me
I'm gonna bring
steal
this
your
up.
fucking
I'm
job.
I'm sorry. I had to. It's a question that's been bothering me.
You didn't have to do shit.
All right, so obviously, Chris wants to know, and Chris brought up this question. I'm going to let Chris go. Chris, go ahead, bring it up.
How many flannels are too many? So at this point, my friends in San Francisco started calling me Flannel Boy. Because apparently...
It's a terrible superhero name.
Yeah.
Worst superhero ever.
Flannel Boy.
Yeah, but it's accurate.
Because every single
I'll
day
do that.
I wear a flannel. They say my wardrobe is made up of nothing but flannels. They're not wrong, but...
He wears pants sometimes.
I wear pants, you know.
It's true.
when he feels like it.
Yeah. Plus, fucking flannels are awesome. They're like a shirt and a sweater at the same damn time, which is perfect for the bay.
For the record, some little trivia about You've Been Served. You'll notice oftentimes you can only see the upper half, and that's because Chris likes to come naked on the bottom half.
Big facts.
So he, you know, every once in a while we'll get a flannel, we'll tie it around his waist, just kind of cover up that area because we don't want to see it. But it's a real issue, and you know, because we operate like a business, we've had several lawsuits against Chris for
Won every
exposing
single one of them.
himself. No, he hasn't. He's actually he's signed an NDA. He's not meant to speak about it, but he's exposed himself to so many members of our cast and crew here that it's become a serious issue.
First off, they were looking.
Fuck.
If they didn't want to see, why did they look my way?
Exactly.
Motherfucker. All right, so how many flannels do you have in your closet?
Let's see. I brought 10 down with me.
How many do you have left up?
I
in the
left.
closet?
I left.
Yeah.
If you have 10 with you now, how many do you have left up there?
I left 7 up there
So 17 in total, at least off the top of your head.
that I know of.
That you
yes.
know of. There
Yeah.
might be one that is hiding in your laundry. Like,
And that's
oh
not
shit.
even
yeah.
counting, like, he has a bunch of, like, flannel jackets as well. Dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the big blue one.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So
Yeah.
okay, there you go. So he has a lot, more than 10 at least.
That shit's warm.
I'll give you that.
Is that too much though?
I personally don't see a problem with all those flannels. I feel like it's a style, and to be honest, that's your style. So I'll give it to you. I didn't know you had fucking 17 fucking flannels. I didn't know that. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's people who just wear nothing but camo. You know, there's people who
Facts.
wear nothing but just like black t-shirts all the time. I have a shit ton of black t-shirts.
George wears black t-shirts
I
all the
wear
time.
them all the time. Different brands sometimes, and
Yeah.
sometimes there's no brands. But you
Those
know,
are the best ones.
it is what it is. I like them, right?
Yeah, the no brand ones are the best ones for me.
You,
at
you
least.
put them on whenever you want. You walk out, enjoy your day, and do what you gotta do, and fucking, you know.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you not know the move?
No,
No.
it's like this.
I hate both these fuckers. I hate both of them. I hate both of them. This is why I drink. I'm an alcoholic because of them.
Don't blame the stingray accident on us.
Yeah, don't
That's why
blame
you're
don't
not
blame
alcoholic.
us.
What
for-
did that have to do with me saying I had drink because of you guys?
Because you didn't get enough poison as a kid. You're getting your
Look,
poison now.
Look,
I get it.
Oh, okay.
Don't-
I was trying to figure out how you got that. I was like, what? Oh, okay. Got it. What are you going to say,
I
Rob?
was gonna go way darker than he did, so let's.
Oh.
But no,
Moving on.
I think I mean the style is I think everybody has a certain style. They wear certain things.
Yeah.
I think the bigger question is there such a thing as an over reliance on like a specific like thing, right? Well, like with Chris, if he's coming in every day, and most of the time he is, with a flannel, I might think, you know what? Can he do anything else? I kind of, and that's, just to play, not even just to play. I feel this way. Like, no, I think you can have an over reliance on like a specific style. And I haven't seen Chris in a while, so maybe he doesn't have that over reliance. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I will say, 17 fucking flannels sounds like it might be a little bit of an over reliance.
Just attached.
Just a
What?
small amount.
Just a smidget.
Just like a 17 more than you really need.
Well, it's like when I worked at Starbucks. I had cargo shorts.
You over relied on those.
They were fucking awesome.
There were facts.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
They were
But
awesome.
even then, like that, when you were down in Los Angeles, you had other t-shirts that you wore. You didn't
Yeah.
always wear flannels.
True.
So it could just be the simple fact that now you're up north and it's colder, so it's just obviously an easier choice. I mean, so I can see why you went that route.
It eliminates the need of having a sweater on you because it's like a sweater, but it's a shirt.
But it's a shirt. Does it ever get too cold that you put one flannel on and then you get cold and you put the jacket flannel over you?
Oh, I've done that.
Oh, okay,
I've done
ching
that. I've done that. And
Now I understand why your friends are bugging.
Yeah, right.
That's too much flannel on for one day.
Flannel on flannel.
Flannel on
I
flannel
wore
flannel
my
on
blue
flannel.
flannel with my blue flannel jacket, with my blue shoes.
Now that's just too much blue. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I love blue.
Do you not own shirts? Like,
Not anymore, no.
or I'm with your friends. I agree with your friends.
It's not my fault, man. I phased it out when I moved.
Well, that is if you made the decision to phase it out, that's exactly your fault. That's like the definition of your fault.
But also,
Sure.
so I think also Chris has that lumberjack look. That it works for him.
Oh, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but if he's wearing flannel on flannel and doesn't own t-shirts, I think that's
I'll
an
give you that.
indication of like a,
I'll give you that.
you know,
Just
maybe
walk
too
around
much
with an
flannel.
axe and like get a beanie
I'm gonna do that.
and then just start walking around and be like, look, I'm a lumberjack.
Hey, question though. If I were to say toque, what would you guys think?
Toque?
Toque.
Is that
I would think you were mispronouncing took.
Toque?
That's what I would think.
All right.
I think you're asking for a fruit that I have no idea what that fruit is.
Exactly. I wanted to make a point because my Canadian friend says that a beanie is a toque.
A
Tana-
toque?
Yeah. Tanaz, see? We don't know.
I don't know what a
Get
toque
out of
is.
here with your Canadian words.
Whoa.
I just had to make it clear.
Toque.
I had to make it clear.
All right, so we're the racist podcast now.
Eh?
Not really.
Whoa. Whoa.
I was talking to Chris about how Ty exploded at the end of the last podcast.
Oh yeah.
Good. What?
I thought you were gonna leave some of it out, but you left it. I was cracking up.
I was like, no, you know what? If he really wants to go and make that statement, I will take it out if it's a joke.
Yeah.
Right. But if that's what he wants to say, I will leave it in.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be held responsible for it.
You're held responsible by association.
No, we said it on there. Like, look. You're not speaking for all of us. You're speaking for yourself.
Yeah, you need to. But no, that was wild.
He was doing fine. Like, he had a nice little start to the outro, and he was going, and it seemed like it was going in a nice little, speech or whatever message, and he just started, going after them and blah blah blah. And I froze, and then I look up at Robert, and both me and Robert look at each other like, what the fuck is this about? Like, stop! Like, what are you doing? Chill the fuck out.
Let me ask you a question. I know we have other topics planned, but I think this is an important question.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious how you guys feel. At what point do you think, we should limit free speech? Because, I defend his right to say that.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on the podcast, even if I don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
Free speech zone.
But do you think, there is a point where what you're saying is so hateful or does not add to the conversation that you shouldn't be allowed to say it? That's my, and especially, I want to hear from Chris as well, especially because he's, does the whole law shit.
Yeah.
But I'd be curious to see what you guys think.
I'm gonna let you guys go first.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, man. Okay, so I think you should be able to say what you want to say up until the point of you're actually going out of your way to try and hurt somebody's feelings or hurt somebody's day or actually trying to attack somebody where it's like there's no need for it. It's like, all right, and even if you're pissed about something, which a lot of people tend to be angry about a lot of different shit nowadays. Yeah. And I get it. True. You're angry, you're allowed to be angry. You have a feeling and I get it. But if you're deliberately going out of your way to try and hurt somebody just because you're upset about something, then it's like, okay, dude, chill the fuck out, take a second, relax. You're not a child anymore. You're an adult. Like we said before, how many times do we see it nowadays with people running the show? Who? Fucking Sean is back.
Sean is back.
See,
now here's the next question. Even if you're not an adult, when do you take a kid's comment serious? So, say if
I think all you can do is teach a kid. Really.
At that point,
throw a chocolate at the kid. That's what my mom told me.
Throw a chocolate. That point, it's the same. It's the same concept of if the kid says something and could be out of anger or they didn't even know, you teach them. You show them look, you're literally trying to go out of your way to hurt this person, regardless of what happened. That's not right. You can't do that because then guess what? They're gonna remember that and they're gonna come back after you tenfold. And if you can't take it, then you better shut up because that's when things get worse.
Nut up or shut up.
Nut up or shut up, and that's even we've even brought it. What?
He said nut up or shut up, and we were talking about kids, and so I just gave him a look.
Fair enough. Chris, give me your hand. So, like I was saying,
bad boy.
But I also too it's with friends you talk shit to each other, and it's some stuff you have some dirt so you attack each other because of it, but it's between there's that mutual understanding between you friends, and even then sometimes friends can go overboard. Yeah, bring something up.
We do it all the time.
So it's
Check out
it's
the
just
first 10 episodes.
There you go. It's just it's a case by case trial, I don't think it should be an overall general rule of hey, you can't say this, you can't say that. It's more of okay, hey, you went out of your way to try and hurt this person, you need to stop or go home. And it happens all the time. We see it all the time, and it sucks because I don't think we'll ever get to a day, at least in our lifetimes, where we'll see a change in that. Maybe we'll see some difference, maybe we'll see some change, and that'd be great to see. But to see it in all people will be kind of hard and be a lot to ask. It's unfortunate that I have to say that, but it's the truth. A lot of people tend to just see it from their point of view of what's going on and what's being said, instead of seeing it from another point of view of this person is really being affected by this, I better stop. Instead of hey, no, this I'm hurting, I'm gonna hurt you too. So it sucks.
Okay.
But that's where I think, and I'm always up for a discussion. Chris, what do you think?
Freedom of speech. Done. I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm trying to look at it from a criminal aspect of it because the First Amendment goes into play with a lot of criminal cases, especially when I say, "I'm gonna kill you, man." Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I'm saying it like this, I'm not trying to kill him, or am I? I mean, he's
what's
kind of
the intent behind it? What's the
you gotta look at everything, all the surrounding circumstances. Shit, burn a flag. I'm making a political statement.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that is protected is if you say, "I'm gonna kill the president of the United States." Oops, it's not something I'm meaning. I'm just using it as an example. So if they ever hear this, I don't want to kill Trump.
Ayo, Secret Service.
Sorry, Chris.
So I'd like to report a Mexican.
He's gonna say the wrong name. He's gonna say the wrong name. I know it. He's
gonna say Jose.
So there's this man named
it's either Guadalupe, Jose, Jesus,
Roberto.
Oh,
that's
fucking knew it. Fucking knew it.
He's reporting himself.
Oh yeah, he said Roberto.
Oh, he got the joke. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's certain things that you can and can't say that freedom of speech itself is just really fucking complicated to attack. It's like you have to really look at what is protected. I mean, what is political speech? What should be taken seriously in certain things? It's like, is it illegal? If you were to say that and, in an out of context place, would you feel wrong about it? Mm-hmm. Unless you don't feel wrong about it, then, that's up to you. But of course, if you're just, expressing yourself. Oh, there we go. Now I clicked. It's all about interpretation. All of that fucking ramble for that. Sorry, guys.
Well, at least we got there.
At least
so
you can
I'd
see
like to cut 20 minutes from this podcast.
It's fine.
It's all about interpretation. I disagree with both of you, actually, which I wasn't expecting. I thought we would kind of line up. I think you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want. They're words. I think if your intent is bad, I don't think you should say something.
So you don't.
I don't think you should say things that are cruel.
Yeah.
But I think you should be able to. Mm. Like, if I want to say I'm gonna fucking kill Chris.
Yeah.
I think I should be able to say that.
Yeah.
No consequence. I'm not saying that can't be used as evidence if Chris winds up dead right after I say it. You know. But
connection, man. But
I think hate speech. I'm not defending it. I don't think anybody should spew it. Mm-hmm. But I do think it should be allowed. Just on a basis of it's a slippery slope to not having the ability to speak on the things that we don't want to. Because hate speech is like, I agree. It is hate speech to say, the gays shouldn't be able to get married or, whatever. Yeah. Right? I don't think anybody should say that. I think that is hate speech. Yeah. But then if you're like, okay, that's hate speech, the government doesn't allow it. It's not that far of a step to say, I don't think the president should be a president. Oh, that's hate speech. We shouldn't allow that. Yeah. I think it gives people too much power if we say, or the people in power too much power. Yeah. If we say, you know what, you can limit this type of speech. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I get you.
Okay.
I get you. No,
well, there it is.
I do agree with that. Obviously you should be able to say what you want to say. But it's like he was saying, doesn't mean his words can't be used against him when it comes to evidence. If Chris ends up, it's the same thing that I said last time. Was everything we do, everything we say has consequences. Mm-hmm. It's whether or not you want to be responsible for those consequences or you don't. So be careful with what you say and what you do because it can come back to haunt you.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
There's that. But like all things, what do we know? We're just here having a podcast together, recording, drinking some beer, having a conversation, not knowing what the fuck we're doing. This motherfucker over here is trying to copy me. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, Chris, stop copying.
You jerk.
I feel like you guys put me in the middle because I'm a blend between the two of you.
Like color-wise?
Yeah.
I did notice that when we rearranged for the podcast with Ty, we were like in order of color. And I was like, that's interesting.
We ran out of printer ink.
That wasn't purposeful, but that was like I was like.
I didn't even notice that, and just when you brought it up right now, I was like, oh, yeah, it kind of does make sense.
It's like I'm the buffer in the middle.
Oh man. Oh no. Well,
Oh well.
Moving on. So our next topic, I don't quite know how to word it. I don't quite know what the topic was, but
Just get it out.
Was marriage and
the
institution?
we were going to talk marriage as an institution,
Okay.
whether it's valid, etc. Chris is prepping.
Yeah, I know.
First off,
I wanted to figure out how we can roll that into it, but I just couldn't figure out a way, and I didn't exactly remember what the topic was. I just knew it had to do with marriage.
you said you're going to
We should have done like a.
That would have been the perfect
That would
transition.
have been perfect.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's okay. You're slow today.
We live and we learn. Yeah. Fuck.
Bitch.
All
I
right.
had to get my shots.
All right. Go ahead, Chris. You go off.
Fuck marriage, man.
That's where we started.
Why would you want
Here we
to
go.
get married? First off,
This is hate speech.
I can say what I want.
I feel offended.
can say what I want.
I'm being attacked. Okay, continue.
I mean, when you look at the divorce rates, it's an institution that honestly is drilled in girls' minds, like from the day, maybe the day they're born to the day they die. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. Like, let's see. One of my friends apparently has been prepping for her marriage since she was 6 years old. Like, who the fuck does that? Why?
Well, she does.
No shit, but stop. You're a fucking lunatic. Don't do that.
Well, I think we get into nature versus nurture when you talk about that. Is this something she really wants, or is this something that she was taught to want?
I think it was something that she was taught to want, which is wrong. I think, if somebody wants to get married, they should. Obviously, it's choice, but poor souls. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be.
I feel bad for any girl that has ever dated Chris. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I feel bad for the next girl who's gonna date Chris.
It's okay. You knew what was.
You don't feel bad for the previous ones?
No.
I feel bad for a few of them. Well, I mean, let's see. You don't want the marriage. I mean, you do, because that's what you were taught. You were brainwashed to actually want the marriage, which sucks. Because I think that you should pull away from the business because it's a contract. I think, at least for me, the way I'm trying to avoid saying it is, you're gonna be my bitch.
Oh my god.
Pretty much. It's like. Let's look at Mexican
I
culture.
like how he really tried to avoid it and then just said, fuck it, I'm going straight into it.
Let's look at Mexican culture, damn it.
Okay.
What does a woman do in Mexican culture? Her place, according to our culture, is the kitchen. Where does she stay? At home. What does she do? Take care of the kids and make you lunch.
Yeah.
Or dinner or whatever. Any fucking meal. She takes care of the man. First off, no. Fuck that. I think if I ever got married, which I probably might not, I don't know.
Which I probably might
He's
not.
probably going to be the first one to get married.
He needed to add the might to the probably. I probably might not.
Yeah. Killed all my chances with anybody, but that's okay. I would not want a stay-at-home wife. No. Hell no. I'm not going to be the super... I want to be a provider, but I don't want to be a provider like that.
Yeah.
Go out and make your own money.
Yeah.
Do you.
You don't want a princess.
Yeah,
you want
exactly.
Partner in crime.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Aww.
I respect that.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
Plus, if you're ever unhappy, we could always get a divorce. I'll become a statistic. I don't care.
I don't give a shit. What about you, Robert? What do you think?
Marriage? I mean, I thought what you were going to hit on, I didn't think you were going to go with that.
Sorry, I had to.
Okay, no, that works out for me because it leaves open what I thought you were going to hit on.
We can hit both.
Which is religion.
That too.
That this was
I wanted to
put in place by an institution, by the institution of religion. Mm-hmm. And the main reason for it at the time was to make sure men didn't run off and leave the women with the baby.
Yeah.
right? So the idea was, well, you don't have sex until you're married, and once you're married, you have to take care of that child.
You know, this is funny too, because apparently over time, England and the common law made everything evolve with marriage, so that property could get passed down from the wife to like whatever child when the man wasn't around, because men always died first and they got sick since they were always out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a problem with marriage like Chris does. I think if that's what you want, then that's fine. I could see myself getting married someday. But I think it's important to keep in mind what started it.
Yeah.
It's like whether you're committed to a person or not has nothing to do with whether you're married. If you've been in a committed relationship and haven't been married and you have 3 kids and you're dedicated to each other, that's just as valid as somebody who's been married. To me.
That's a scary contract, man.
No, well, I'm not suggesting
I think what he's saying
it's
just as valid if
that relationship is just as valid. Not.
He's not saying then eventually they get married. He's just saying like compared to somebody who's been married for let's say 2 years, but they have the marriage contract and everything like that.
Yeah.
To a couple who's been together for let's say 8-9 years, 3 kids, been together, they're committed. They're there for each other. He's saying it's just as valid, if not just
if
as
not
equal.
More,
if not more.
Because I think you don't. In that way, you're like, well, I don't even need this contract to know that I trust you.
Yeah.
Domestic
to know
partnerships.
that I can. Yeah, and so I don't.
I like them.
I have nothing wrong with marriage. There is nothing wrong in my mind.
Yeah.
Even if I don't subscribe to the religious beliefs that kind of go along with that. But I do think it's important to recognize, hey, marriage is not the end all be all. It's like what's more important is your relationship with that person and how that is kept up.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. That's my 2 cents.
No, I agree. Sorry, Chris. I don't know if I completely agree with you. I do think that there is some because like you mentioned, the Mexican culture. Like I heard it growing up a lot, and it's something I still hear. When I visit my family in Mexico or even my family that Yuma, wherever I see them, they always ask me the same thing. Like, do I have a girlfriend or am I getting married anytime soon? This and that, and it's like no, like still trying to figure out my own crap.
Yeah.
So unfortunately no. I do think that if you are gonna get married, you should get married for the right reasons in the sense of like it's. That it's just another step. It's not the end all be all. It's not the final goal. It's not the final destination. It's just you guys are just taking another step together. I have nothing against marriage. I just feel there are a lot of people nowadays who view marriage in the wrong way, thinking that it's a problem solver or thinking that it's the...
Like a baby?
Like a baby. A baby as well.
A lot of people see it as like a kid. It's just another step to get to that good relationship.
Yeah. When in reality, no,
If
foundation.
anything, it can add more stressors.
Yeah.
It can make things worse.
If you're not in the right mindset on your own, going into a relationship is not going to help. If you're not in a great spot with the relationship, going into a marriage or even a family is not going to help. It's just going to make things harder and worse. And the marriage part, because you get butterflies, you go through the whole ceremony. That's going to be nice, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a little distraction for a while.
Yeah.
For a while. And then same thing with the kid. Baby comes, and you guys are having fun. It's great. You guys are family. It's great feelings, but it's a distraction for a little while. Again, everything's a case by case trial. And then sometimes too, you fall out of love. So there's people who have fallen out of love.
Yep.
And it happens. People are human. We're all just people. We're all just human beings, and things happen like that. What I've always tried to say is, if you're going to be in any kind of relationship, work on having the love being the foundation of that relationship, and then where that goes is wherever that goes. But I do think, if you want to get married, go for it. Get married. Just get married for the right reasons.
You know how I said George never takes a side?
He took a side.
Next time, no, he didn't really. Next time I pretend to be George, I'm gonna be like, it's a case by case trial, guys.
There he is.
Guys, it's a case.
It is.
It doesn't matter what the topic is.
Well,
it's
because
a case
it's not.
by case trial.
Well, because I mean,
like
How do you
true
say
lawyer.
that in Spanish? Just so I can,
It's a good question. I don't know.
That's
How would,
helpful.
how would,
Goddamn
no,
it.
but I don't think. How would,
Depende-
Más o menos.
huh?
Depende del caso.
Depending on the caso. Yeah, that's true. It's
Wait,
not exactly.
repeat.
It's not the exact translation. But
Well, you don't want an
it's-
exact translation.
No,
because
I
then it
know.
would be like.
No, I know.
you know.
Because I'm not gonna. You can't translate it word for word, but what he said is pretty much the same thing.
It's like depends on the case.
Yeah.
So wait, repeat it for me.
Depende del caso.
Depende.
O depende en las circunstancias.
Caso.
Okay.
Caso's easier.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So it
in
depends on the
translation to English, it's depending on the case.
I don't like where this went because it just went to you guys teaching me Spanish
Yeah,
when I was
bitch.
trying to make fun of you.
You're welcome.
This is not what I wanted.
Well, it's because and I've even said that I try to see it from both angles. I try to see it from both sides, because a lot of times people always say like, "What side are you on?" It's like, well, there's not always just two sides. There's not always. It doesn't have to just be
Right and
two.
wrong.
Yeah,
It's not black and white.
exactly. It's just. I mean, with this, it's tricky because it is a case by case trial,
Yeah.
and I see both sides. I don't really have a negative feel on either one, so I can't really say or anything like that. I've never been married, so I don't know. I've never had a kid, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm married to my taco.
That
Married to my taco.
He's had a kid.
that he's had two apparently that we don't know about that we're gonna find. We're gonna find you someday.
No, you won't.
No, probably.
We'll have a special podcast. We bring on the two kids. Hey, Chris, guess what?
We found out. But if I do have to say, out of the four of us, I think Chris is gonna be the first one to get married.
God damn.
I think he'll be the first one to get divorced too.
I believe it too.
Probably, but I didn't say that. I said for sure married. I think he'll be the first one.
I said that. Thank you for telling me, George. Appreciate it.
I just want to clarify. Robert, you caught that, right?
I'll be my own divorce attorney. It's okay.
Damn.
It
pretty
can
clever.
happen. Yeah.
Pretty clever. But so we'll
Save
see.
on legal fees, man.
I'm not done. When I need a lawyer, you're the first one I'm gonna call.
I'm gonna draft a prenup.
I'm not gonna pay you. Just a heads up. I expect a huge discount. So
That's
pretty
okay.
much free.
Do you guys, what do you,
Facts.
well, I know what you think of prenups. What do you think of prenups?
Prenups?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never thought I would ever do it. I don't think I'll ever do
You
it.
can put anything in it. Anything.
I think I've seen how other, why do we let you on this podcast? I know it was your idea, but we should never have let you be a part of it.
I didn't even know I was gonna be a part of it.
No, I think prenups for me are like, I used to think, oh, it's so sweet and romantic not to, discuss how you're going to split up your money if you ever part and, all that. But, I'm good. But now I've seen relationships between, people that I love, people that I care about, people that I grew up with.
Yeah.
And I've seen how it can separate and how bad it can be. And not just with, people I don't know as well. I've seen that. I don't think I'd ever enter a relationship enter a marriage without a prenup.
Without a prenup?
Because I feel like if they love me and if I love them, neither of us should want to fuck each other over.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to ask for a prenup where, I take like half of your money. No, just split it down the middle like it should be. But I'm worried about, you enter a marriage without a prenup and then, something happens, whether it be your fault or theirs, and then you end up in a situation where you lose everything. And I've seen that happen a lot. That's so every person I've ever considered marriage with, I've had this conversation as I've gotten older. It's like, if we ever did that, are you okay with that? Because if not, that's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Here's my next question. You guys do know that the other party has to read it, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, pretty much.
All right,
how
cool.
that goes, yeah.
So I would imagine,
all right.
what if they're just going to sign it without reading it?
No,
It's
You
me
mean
with
all of
me with the apples,
I ask you guys this because one of my attorney friends at school had no idea the other party had to read it.
Really?
Idiot. She had no idea the other party had to read the fucking prenup. Like, really? Really?
I mean, they don't have to. They can just say, "Okay, I agree," if they trust you.
Well,
But they're not. But they're meant to read it.
but it's not enforceable. That's the thing. If they never read it, we're unaware of everything in it. It's not enforceable.
But don't they have to sign that they did read it?
It's still considered misrepresentation.
So no matter what, they have to read it.
Yeah.
They have to read it.
They have to read it, or an attorney has to read it.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, because if they don't, good luck. That shit is not going to be enforced.
Fuck.
Yeah.
See, all these new little things that we learned from our attorney friend.
I know.
welcome.
What do you know?
Maybe it is worth having him around.
Maybe I could teach you how to get away with murder, George. So yeah.
No, that was. I really enjoyed doing this podcast with just you, Chris.
Same. It feels better without George.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that we have this as an alibi. As you can all clearly see, we were here when George went missing.
Exactly.
And we have not seen him since. Yeah.
It's okay. He's probably in the toilet like Elvis.
Yeah. All right, Elvis, come back. All right, Mexican Elvis, come back in the room.
Bitches. All right, where are we at? What do you think, Robert? Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think it's time.
That time? Cool. So since, hey Ty, how's it going, buddy? Take us out. Do you think? Have fun.
I guess. I mean, if I were Ty, I guess I would sing my way out of this, but I can't sing. So, thank you for. Yeah, no, fuck that.
All right, I'll take us out.
I'm not doing the sermon.
All right, everybody, thank you for listening. I think this was a pretty fun one. We'll be back for another 2. Don't worry about it. Chris obviously can't do outros. He's here for fun facts and fun comments, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But we love the bastard. But thank you guys again. We'll be back for another episode, so don't miss out. We'll just wait right there. We'll be right back. Robert, any last little comments you want to say?
No. I mean, we can give our names, and also Chris used to be good at outros. Before Ty, I just like to, I guess, real quick.
Yeah.
Right. So if you go back to like the first 10 episodes, Chris is pretty much always doing the outro, right? And he does a pretty good job, and he's just gotten lazy. I guess. I mean,
it's not my fault.
That's all I can think of that he can explain like why he can't do it
the only
now.
explanation that we can come up with at the moment.
I'm burned out, man. I'm burned out.
All right. Well, guys, I'm Batman.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jack.
And this is you. This is You've Been Served podcast. We'll see you guys next time. All right. Peace out, everybody. Love y'all. Pause it. Sean?